Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. Yes, Nirmala College of Arts and Science took her first step last year, connecting intellectual and eminent scholars into a single string by organizing a successful webinar series, Emerge 2020. And here we are again at the threshold of another exciting journey, the Season 2, Emerge 2021, an international multidisciplinary seminar and workshop series. Nirmala has been offering her service in the educational field since 1954, had successfully crossed various milestones in her long journey to become an exemplary educational institution, and now is rendering her service through Nirmala College of Engineering, Nirmala College of Health Science, Nirmala College of Management Studies, Nirmala Institute of Technology, Nirmala International Studies, and Nirmala College of Arts and Science. NCAS is affiliated under University of Calicut with graduation courses including BCom Corporation, Finance, Computer Application, BBA, BCA, BA English Literature, BSc Costume and Fashion Technology, BSc Computer Science, BA Multimedia, BSc Food Technology, Bachelor in Travel and Tourism Management, Bachelor of Tourism and Hotel Management, and post-graduation course MCOM. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency Professor Dr. K Jayaraj, Sir, Mr. Sajeev Atoli, Chairman, Nirmala Institutions, Ms. Dali Sajeev, Executive Director, Principal Professor Murugan Babu CR, Vice Principal Dr. Joju C. Akhara, the galaxy of intellectuals, invited guests, teachers, and my dear friends. How phenomenal is this day that we are witnessing? Beautiful and rhythmic rain, fresh air around, and on this cool morning, dear friends, let me welcome all of you to the inaugural ceremony of Emerge 2021. 14 days of enlightenment, 24 excellent speakers, and I'm sure you will yourself discover as the colors of intellectual feast unfold. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavadu, Sarvesham Shandir Bhavadu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavadu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavadu. How can we start a beautiful event like this without seeking the blessings of the great divine power? Let me invite Ms. Jaisa Shaju, Student Representative, Department of Computer Science, to start the session with a beautiful prayer.
I need thee everywhere, most gracious Lord. No tendrils like that can peace afford. I need thee everywhere, stay thou nearby. I need thee everywhere, stay thou nearby. Temptations lost their power when thou at night. I need thee everywhere, most gracious Lord. No tender voice like thine can peace afford.
Thank you, Jaisa. Desire is the key to motivation, but it's determination and commitment to an unrelenting pursuit of your goal, a commitment to excellence that will enable you to attain the success you seek. Such a personality is our principal, sir, who always insists for excellence and punctuality. Let me welcome Principal Professor Murugan Babu CR to officially deliver the welcome note. Sir, please.
Esteemed guest of the day, Professor Dr. K Jayaraj, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University of Calicut, respected Chairman of the Nirmala institutions, Sri Sajeev Batoli, the Executive Director, Ms. Dali Sajeev, my dear colleagues and friends, a cool as well as warm good morning to everybody. This is a very special occasion for Nirmala College of Arts and Science, which is one of the 6 pillars of higher education under Nirmala that was established at Calicut in 1954. A synonym of trust. Nirmala has molded the career of hundreds of thousands of youngsters over the years. Here at Nirmala, the curtains are about to go up on a fortnight of unparalleled brisk academic activities. Well, friends, for the last 16 months, along with the rest of the world, we have been passing through one of the toughest times in human history, haven't we? Something unprecedented in recent human memory, isn't it? Well, we have already had a surfeit of COVID-19 news, haven't we? And we have learned, or rather, we have started learning to live with the pandemic. So I am not going to dwell on the topic of the pandemic. Well, friends, this is the start of the auspicious time for the curtains to go up on the 2nd edition of our annual webinar series, Emerge 2021, an academic fiesta, 14-day long, 24 sessions, 24 shining stars known widely the world over, a vibrant of emerging areas of knowledge being discussed, Oh, it's going to be very, very exciting, illuminating as well. This is how we here at Nirmala are trying to deal with the pandemic. Well, friends, let me now formally welcome the chief guest of the day, Professor Dr. K Jayaraj, the illustrious Vice Chancellor of the University of Calicut, whom all of us are proud of, widely known as a brilliant educationist, an excellent trainer, a quality researcher, silent but soft-spoken, but a very efficient administrator of higher education and research, well informed about how to set up quality education systems, highly passionate about promotion of excellence in higher education. Formerly a professor of repute of physics at Cochin University of Science and Technology, and a recipient of innumerable national as well as international fellowships and awards at various international universities of repute in Italy, France, Japan, and elsewhere. Friends, we are really blessed and we feel honored, proud of ourselves at having our own Vice Chancellor to inaugurate the second edition of the Emerge 2021. Sir, with lots of love and affection, on behalf of everyone here at Nirmala, I welcome you to this marvelous event. Now, friends, let me formally welcome you all to this august occasion. First, the chairman of this Nirmala group of institutions, Mr. Sajeev Vatoli, and the executive director, Ms. Dali Sajeev, who is also presiding over this function. They are a couple unique, always chanting the mantra of quality in higher education. With a lot of love and warmth, I welcome them both to this dazzling event. Now it is my turn to extend a warm and a cordial welcome to our Vice Principal, the heads of departments, and all members of our teaching fraternity and the non-teaching staff. I welcome them all. Finally, my dear students, there are tens of hundreds of registered participants from within and without Kerala, and their parents sitting glued to their mobile phones in the comfort of their homes. With a lot of love and affection, I extend a very, very warm welcome to them all. Once again, I welcome you all with the best wishes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. A strong woman with great willpower, who is known to bring innovative changes in academic and non-academic matters. A true educationist who always strives to develop the abilities in every individual, to foster a spirit of successfulness and to develop a feeling of responsibility towards society. Let me invite Ms. Dali Sajeev, Executive Director, Nirmala Institutions, for the presidential address. Ma'am, please.
Most respected Chief Guest of the day, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Calicut University, dear Principal, HODs, teachers, and all well-wishers who are participating in this webinar series, and dear students. Thank you for being patient and cooperative. We appreciate you for supporting your teachers and parents during this period. We know that online classes are stressful and is affecting your health and social life. We understand that many of you are facing technical and financial problems. We are also facing similar problems. Teachers have to manage their household works, online classes of their children, and prepare audio, video explanations and PPTs of their subject. We are also stressed, and the organization, including management and staff, are facing technical and financial problems. The surveys conducted in different universities in India shows that closing down of campuses have affected the mental health of students. Many are suffering from depression, anxiety, and distress. Students are worried both about the pandemic in general and their career. 80% reported that online classes are leading to overuse of digital technologies and social media, resulting in poor sleep. When we talk with our students, we realize similar problems exist, and even worse. One of our students is living in a rented hall with his parents and sister in that single space. Many parents do not have jobs now. During this tough time, let us all support each other in all the ways we can to make the place we are in more comfortable, happy, and peaceful. Understanding the need of the situation, we want you to be more active, hardworking, and focused. That is why we have introduced the 2 to 3 activity come mentoring hour. We want you to open up, share your ideas and skills like music, instrument plays, acting, presentations, virtual interviews, and whatnot. We also promote virtual industrial visits for you to get an exposure to the industry. We always think and discuss to provide more service to you. That is how we have come up with this webinar series and workshops. Hats off to the principal, general coordinators, HODs, activity coordinators, and teachers for their hard work and dedication to make available this excellent raw of resource persons. We are lucky and very much honored to have the captain of our university himself, Jayaraj sir, to inaugurate this webinar series. Hope you all will utilize this opportunity and develop new skills. Awaiting you to see the campus. Thank you and all my best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. His Excellency, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. K Jayaraj, sir, hardly need any introduction. The man of distinct vision and a fountainhead of illuminating ideas, an idol of knowledge, experience, and inspiration to all of us. I am profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce our chief guest of the day, Professor Dr. K Jayaraj, sir, Vice Chancellor, University of Calicut. Completed his graduation, post-graduation, and PhD from Calicut and Cochin University. Has held so many key positions like he was a professor and head of the Department of Physics, Cochin University of Science and Technology, Dean of Faculty of Environmental Studies, member of the Syndicate, and Director of Strategic Planning at CUSAT. Founder Director of Center of Excellence in Advanced Materials, mentor of Delgado Coating and Technology Solutions Private Limited, co-organizer of symposiums and conferences, SPIE and ECS Student Chapter Advisor, Research Associate, Oregon State University, USA, European Commission Fellow, AOMC, France, Visiting Scientist, ENEA, Italy. His publications and presentations includes 201 peer-reviewed articles and 155 conference presentations and proceedings, led 15 international and 30 national sessions, author of many books on physics, supervised both PhD and MPhil projects, owns patented products, including automated low-pressure spray pyrolysis machines and many more. Blessed with so many awards and recognition, MRSI Medal in 2019, Dr. S. Vasudev Award for the Best Project completed under the Science Research Scheme of KSC STE 2019, UGC Mid-Career Award Grant 2017, elected as SPIE Senior Member for Achievements in Optoelectronic Materials and Devices, visiting Professor, Tokyo University of Technology during 2006-2007, and the journey of success continues. Sir, we are really grateful for having you as our chief guest. On behalf of the entire fraternity of Nirmala College of Arts and Science, once again, let me thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation for inaugurating Emerge 2021 and make the day memorable. Before moving on to the inaugural session, let me remind you some technical points, dear audience. During the end of the session, attendees kindly note to put forward your queries in the chat box. And after the session, the moderator will pass on the questions to the most respected chief guest. And dear participants, at the end of the session, you are requested to fill the feedback form so that we can send you the e-certificates without any failure. So next, we are moving on to the proudful moment, the inauguration of Emerge 2021. And let this day be written in golden letters in the history of online education, and of course, add laurels to the crown of Nirmala. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. K Jayaraj, sir, we invite you to inaugurate and bless the series with your kind and inspiring words.
Good morning, all. Professor Murugan Babu, Mr. Sajeev Attoli, Ms. Lali Sajeev, faculty members, and my dear students. As all of you know, we are all going through the pandemic period. We are on the second wave of COVID-19. The humanity is going through unprecedented challenges. And during the, always humanity has relied upon hope. And the hope is something which humanity is always relied upon. And let us hope that this pandemic will be over soon. And always, as usual, all the challenges gives an opportunity also. And as I am sure, Nirmala has also raised to this occasion, and they have organized a webinar of 14 days with the 24 eminent speakers. So this is also an opportunity. As you know, this webinar provides an opportunity to join the experts from all over the world. It's also, in a way, its advantages that they don't have to travel, and the students can join from any nook and corner of the world. So a challenge also provides an opportunity. And if I recall correctly, we are all talk about the webinar, the ICT technology, information and communication technology in education sector. And ICT is the mode of education that use information and communication technology to support, enhance, and optimize the delivery of information. Worldwide research has shown that ICT can lead an improved student learning and better teaching methods. Though we have been speaking about ICT in teaching for a long time, we really got into it because of this pandemic. And as the chairman has stated, during this pandemic period, the students are stressed. The teachers also are stressed, because teachers always feel that somebody's looking over their shoulder. They are being continuously audited by the society. So they also feel the stress. Students are also being stressed. Today's the newspaper shows that 58% of the students in the higher education, they are being stressed or depressed, and about 5% of the students felt of ending their life. So because we are confined indoors, we are losing the community life. And webinar is the one way of getting together and sharing our feelings. And all of you know that today being the International Yoga Day, also it's a World Music Day. Both yoga and music is a kind of therapy and this at this pandemic time, and you should listen to music. You should also spend some time either in yoga or in exercise to get yourself regenerated. This era, we are speaking about online teaching, and University Grants Commission has also come up with the idea of blended learning. So online teaching and blended learning, in fact, is only a supplement to direct teaching. It's not a alternative to direct teaching or offline teaching. But blended learning, I would say it is better to say blended teaching. Learning and teaching is different. Blended teaching, I would call blended teaching because you can use all the e-resources, share with your students, and students can learn and come into the class in the next day, and you can have discussion. Suppose I want to have a discussion on a film. You have to watch the film first. Then only you can go to the class and discuss. Similarly, any teaching material, you can share with the students and they can go through this material. Any e-resources you can share, they can go through this material and can come in the next day, and the teacher and the student can have an interaction, and the students also can participate in the interaction. In that way, it improves the learning teaching process. Generally, the students are reluctant for the self-learning process. So this kind of teaching, the student going through the study material beforehand and coming to the class and having discussion, it gives an implicit and also inculcate the process of research. This I have experience in some of the countries which I have visited. They impart this kind of teaching in the very young age. For example, in a UKG student or a kindergarten student, they can choose a topic. For example, one of the students chose a topic like peacock and use all the resources library, and he make the notes about peacock. It's how it is breeded, every information he collects, and he is present it in before the class. So this gives a kind of research inclusiveness to the student. He can collect the data from the library. So this kind of learning process is missing in our higher education. So this online teaching or blended teaching gives an opportunity to students to get a research mentality, going through the teaching materials beforehand, having discussion. This is also important. Discussion means it improves the communication skills. This is also one of the points which lacks the students. So in a way, blended learning and blended teaching can improve the overall personality of the student. It improves the communication skill of the student. It improves the aptitude for research. So these are some of the good qualities which I see in the blended mode of teaching and learning. And when I said blended mode of teaching, you should remember that we are lacking the connectivity between the student and the institute. So better way of blended learning and teaching is the student have to come to the institute and has to refer all the e-resources. And if you look the history of teaching and learning process, every generation has faced this kind of changes in their teaching learning process. If you look your grandparents, They might have learned by writing things on a chart. They have used a textbook which is written on palm leaves. They have learned by reciting repeatedly and memorizing. Then the things got changed when then we had a blackboard. And if I remember correctly, in 1973, 80% of the Kerala had a blackboard. All the schools, 80% of the school, 20% of the school were missing blackboard in 1973. And if you look all India, in Uttar Pradesh, there was only 17% schools have blackboard. After the blackboard, we have the modern ICT technology. Now we are speaking about learning management system, online learning systems. Here also, only 50% of the students have the gadgets, or maybe 60%. In this also, Kerala is lucky. We are more connected. We have more students in the inclusive in the online learning method. But if you take other parts of India, they are lacking. But I'm saying that every generation, there is a change in the medium of communication between the teacher and the student. And we are in the era of online teaching. So this will go on changing. And I am sure that within a short period, we'll have 100% gadget to all students. And Kerala will be a model to other parts of India. I'm sure that Nirmala College will succeed in imparting education through through webinars. And I'm also sure that within 1 month, we'll be also in the campus. So we can use the experience of both online teaching and direct teaching so that the teaching learning can be more enjoyable. With all your permission, I declare this webinar inaugurated. Thank you all. Sir Murugan Babu, I have a request.
Thank you, sir, for making this inaugural session an ever memorable
I have a request.
one.
Madam, I have a request.
Sir, you pointed up about the pros and cons of online education and how
So any queries they can email to me. I will try to answer. I have to leave the meeting now. I'm sorry, I have an urgent meeting today now.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. No issues. Audience, kindly excuse the inconvenience as the chief guest has certain busy schedules. He has to leave the meeting. So you can post the queries onto the chat box and we will pass on to the queries through email to sir and we'll connect you soon. Attendees, please note, the e-certificates will be provided only to those who fill the feedback form. Thank you is the best prayer that anyone could say. I say that one a lot. Thank you expresses extreme gratitude, humility, understanding. Let me invite Ms. Archa R., student representative from Department of Commerce, for proposing vote of thanks.
Honorable Chief Guest, other dignitaries, teachers, and my dear friends, good afternoon to all of you. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not uttering words, but to live by them. It's my honor and privilege to extend a vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion. From the bottom of heart, let me extend my sincere thanks to the Chief Guest, Professor Dr. K Jayaraj, the Vice Chancellor, University of Calicut, who took out the valuable time of his busy schedule for gracing today's inaugural function of Emerge 2021. It's a matter of immense pride and pleasure. With the blessings of Almighty God, we got such a great personality to inspire us. Thank you, sir, for sharing your precious knowledge with all of us. Next, let me thank Mr. Sajeev Watoli, Chairman of Nirmala Group of Institutions, who always strive his best to the upliftment of student community. And also, I take this opportunity to thank Mrs. Dali Sajeev, our Executive Director, who motivates, guides, and supports all the college activities. Respectfully, let me thank our dear principal, Professor Murugan Babu CR, the dynamic and flexible person in all academic and non-academic matters, for gracing this occasion with his wonderful welcome speech. On this moment, I would like to express my deep gratitude to our respected Vice Principal, Dr. Jojo C. Akara, who ensures that we always do the right thing in the right way. When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed. Let me take this opportunity to thank all participants from various college and educational organizations who accepted our invitation and for being the part of this great event. Next, let me thank the heads of various departments, general activity coordinators, all faculty members and students from various disciplines who made this event a grand success. Last but not the least, let me express my deep gratitude to the technical staff of Nirmala who made this dream a reality. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you, Archa. Endings are thus formally unappealing to us. More than beginning or ending in life, we enjoy continuing. Continuing is the only focus or concern. Yes, even the inaugural session comes to an end now. We are excited that the journey is going to continue with the rest 23 extravagant speakers. Let me remind dear friends, on the same day at 11:30 a.m., we will meet again for the session by Dr. Varsha Vidyadharan, who will talk on a very interesting and relevant topic, handling stress and life in COVID era. So thank you all. It's me, Lekha Vasudevan, Head of the Department of Computer Science, signing off. See you all in the next session. Let's get connected. എല്ലാം പെട്ടെന്ന്